Sonoran Living Live. Okay, you know what? We go to the gym to work out our bodies, but did you know that you need to work out your brain too? We're going to show you how you can strengthen your mind on Sonoran Living Live. And happy Monday morning, everyone. Welcome to Sonoran Living Live. Susan Casper has the day off. I'm Terry Olette, and thanks for joining us. And you're probably wondering, Terry, what's up with the new jewelry? No, it's not new jewelry. This is so fascinating. Do your kids, you know, they have summer brain drain, right? Well, don't let it happen, because did you know that you can actually train your brain to be lean and strong? With me is Dr. Sanford Silverman. He is the owner for the Center for Attention Deficit and Learning Disorders, and he's going to show us just how we can do that. This is fascinating. Now, what do you have me all hooked up to, Dr. Silverman?
We have a few sensors on. One that's reading in your prefrontal cortex there, where we do our focusing, judgment, reasoning, delay for immediate gratification, really thinking skills that make us human and behave well and perform well.
So is anything registering?
Something's coming up here. Let's see if we can take a look at it.
Okay, this is pretty interesting. So this is what you do, I know, for, you know, to help people stay off of medications and whatnot. But this has really gone beyond just helping people just in their everyday life. I mean, you're training people, and you're working with NASA, from what I understand. And tell me how this.
NASA uses these kinds of programs, and basically they train pilots and teach them how to perform well under stress.
Wow.
And conditions where it really taxes our brain. So basically, this is used a lot for attention deficit disorder, but it's really going to the gym for your brain. It's mental fitness training.
I love it. Now, what are we looking at here? These are. I'm hooked up right now as we speak. So, what is this telling us right here?
Well, we see different waves at different speeds. So you can actually condition your brain, and through a concept called neuroplasticity, we can get our brain actually to be conditioned like we do our body. But the nice part about it is our brain retains a lot of this information over time.
Wow.
So we can condition it to fire the way we want. We can learn when we're anxious, when we're tense, when we're focusing, when we're losing our attention. And through the coaching and training like this, we can actually manipulate the rocket ships, and our brain starts to become very adept at when we're losing our attention, how to really focus in on things, how to control our moods, things like that.
Okay, so what am I going to do with this right here? I'm looking at, we've got some rocket ships here, right? And what's my goal?
Your goal is to stay calm and focused like you're doing now, and you're keeping the blue ship to beat the other ones. If you start losing your attention, the left ship is going to come up. If your mind wanders, you get upset about something. It's a slower activity called a theta wave. The one on the right is when we really get anxious and we get tense and go into overdrive and adrenaline driven, that will start coming up. So I challenge people to do academics, to read. I talk with them and do therapy while I do this. And basically, you're learning to really condition your brain.
So when it's backing off and my mind is wandering, is that basically?
Correct. Your mind's wandering,
wow,
it's drifting into different things. And of course, I'm setting different thresholds to help your brain retain this information.
Ah, now I don't feel anything. I mean, how do you know
well,
that
you
you're
do.
training?
It takes a while. We're doing a quick sample here, and we're talking, so it's a little bit more complicated.
Yeah.
But if you see how it's coming up now, let me see you watch it and see if you could just keep the middle one going and not the other ones. Okay.
It's kind of hard, actually.
Well, okay. And if we look
see,
here,
look, I'm drifting.
Because,
I'm drifting.
right,
what's happening?
Right. And that's because those are coming up. So you're doing multiple things, and you're involving some motor tension, things like that. But as you were focusing, I saw your waves change here, and I teach you how to read that so you can actually see what state you're in. Now, as you do that, over time, you actually can start recognizing mentally what perceptual state you're in, and actually how to transition and condition it and not stay in anxious modes or non-focused states.
So you can actually take yourself out of those situations that are making us uncomfortable, whether it's anxiety or I don't know, loss of focus.
You can.
Wow.
You can, but as you do this, though, it becomes even, you learn on an unconscious level. Your brain retains this information, you're making new pathways, and you're teaching your brain to operate more efficiently.
Now, how many many training sessions does somebody's brain need? I guess everybody's different though, right?
Sure. But usually within a few sessions you're getting some changes. Okay, it could be 2, 3, 4 sessions. Depends upon the person, what we're working on, if there's multiple issues. But to retain it over a long term, we want to do 20, 30 sessions somewhere in there.
Wow.
For long-term value.
And one of the things I was asking you earlier too is for elderly people or disabilities or like dementia and Alzheimer's and things like that, does this help your brain?
It can be of some help, yes. Basically, when you look at a brain map or you look at a statistical and color-coded topographic maps of somebody's EEG, then you will see a lot of the activity really in the real slow frequencies like delta. And so you can have somebody watch this and do it, and just as long as they're able to understand the task of doing that, their brain's getting signals how to operate at a better speed.
This is fascinating stuff. And the whole, of course, the whole idea is to train your brain so if you find yourself you are on medication, it's to get off medication and to, I guess, stay focused naturally.
Stay focused naturally and teach yourself how to do it.
I like it. Dr. Silverman, good information. Thank you so much. I'm glad it's registering. I wasn't sure if I was going to have any brain activity at all. It is Monday.
Yeah. Well, I see something here.
You see something. Not a whole lot, but there is something there. All right, we have more information about Dr. Silverman and his neurofeedback treatment on SonoranLiving.com.